Welcome to Board Game Empire. We're going to be giving you a brief overview and our review of Fabled, The Eve of Times. So this is the latest expansion for Fabled, the Spirit Guides, or Spirit Lands?
Spirit Lands.
The Spirit Lands. So you do need the base game to play this one, but this is not out yet. This is coming out in 2025, so this would be a prototype of the expansion. But this is it adds, I'm going to read off my phone what it adds. So it presents 3 unique modules and 2 advanced scenario sets. Each module and scenario uses a number of special components. So the magnificent allies, obstacles, and guides, and borderland modules may be added to the game in combination and are compatible both with each other and the core game. So we added module 1, which is magnificent, why can't I say that? Allies. So that gives you 6 more ally cards, ally tokens, and some hunt tokens. We didn't add any of the other modules because we didn't want to add too much at once, because we were also relearning the base game at the same time of testing this one out. So we did module 1, and then we did scenario 7, the Black Rock, which adds its own event deck, and it has its own location card that, as always, has to be at the very end of the path. So you have to place your cards to the left of that, and it has its own little rules as well on the location card. So because you have that one particular one, you have these 3 tokens, which in the beginning, it represents all 3 of the types of lands or whatever. So as the game progresses, as you're moving your pawn on this location card, you're going to be turning these over and removing some of the attributes to these. So that's part of the strategy in this one, is you get to change what, for instance, when you call all mountains, right now, in the beginning, that's included in the mountains. So if you have your pawn on there, you could move it along with these mountains. But if this one was flipped over, that one would no longer be included when someone calls mountains. So that's part of that location card, how that works. And that would always be changing, because you can, there's several opportunities for you to constantly flip those over throughout the game. Then it also, the Edgeworlds and Divine Intervention are advanced scenario sets intended for the competitive play and for the challenge, respectively. There's also, so you could play this module that I think that's just for solo, or if you want to do challenge instead. But this is not a cooperative game normally. So basically, we played Black Rock with module 1. So it added, so we had these event cards to come out. If I could. And as you can see, you've put the event card at the very end, and that determines, how it's played until another event card is pulled out. So that's how those work in this one. And then, of course, you have the opportunity to get different allies throughout the game. Everything else works the same as the base game as far as placement and, choosing which terrain. And as you go down the time thing, the things that unlock, everything else is the same in that sense. Some of the scenarios, of course, might change how these are positioned, but overall, the base game rules and mechanics remain the same, with just a few little tweaks from what we could see in the scenario. So what did you think of this?
I really like the base game. I think the expansion, if this is one we have many games, and we have to cover a lot of games, but I love the design illustration. The rules are easy to understand. Components are well made. So, and then there's the mechanics, great mechanics. It's one of those that it's challenging, but yet still very competitive. So I really do like the expansions. I think that they add more to the game, especially if this is one of very few games you have. I think that this is going to have a lot of playtime. And so and setup takes probably like 5-10 minutes, same as teardown. And so I think the expansion is something that is warranted because it does expand the game, and it doesn't bring that much, but it brings enough because you can incorporate as many or as little as you want. So just a phenomenal expansion. I highly recommend it. I think overall total, this is a great game. And so we're going to be playing it for many years to come because there's so many different avenues and different ways to dive into the game. And what did you think?
Yeah, well, our original video of just the base game, we really enjoyed this game and really enjoyed it. I will say we haven't played it in a while because, like you said, we cover a lot of games, so we haven't had time to revisit some of the games that we really enjoy and would like to play as many times as we can. So we were kind of relearning the base game and adding in the scenarios and components. So it was a lot to digest at one time. We probably should have played the base game and then added it, but too late by then. So, but I did find it, because of that, it was a little hard on my brain to try to figure out the best strategy. But like he said, if you had time to play this game often, or at least several times a year, if it was one of your favorite games, this expansion would be a great addition if you've played this game a lot. It's one that you would play after you've kind of exhausted, the scenarios in the base game, and I think, don't they have other expansions? We don't have those, right?
No, this is only expansion.
Oh, okay. So this is one you would have on hand to play once you kind of mastered that base game and did those scenarios. But the scenario we played, we tried to pick ones that would be, not too far off base of what the base game for us. It just added a little. So the BlackRock and the Allies, that wasn't a big deal to add. It basically, everything stayed the same for the most part. It was just this location card acts slightly differently, and you have a new event card, which so it has a lot of replayability, is what I'm trying to say, I guess, in a long-winded way. There's a lot of replayability.
I was wondering where you were going to.
That's what I was trying to make my point. Sorry, but
you could just say that in one sentence.
But I would highly recommend this game if you have the base game, definitely, because you will get there to where you'll get to where you've played all the scenarios and it'll be fun to add more. And the fact that it has 4 modules that you can mix and match along with the new scenarios, that gives it even more replayability. So I think they did a great job. And I'm not sure when this is coming out in 2025, but Anthony will put the links they provide for us for you to check out, so you can follow this game and check it out. Again, if you're wondering about the base game, check out that video. That one, we go over that one more thorough, and I can't remember if we did a playthrough on that or not, but a lot of games we did playthroughs on, but even if not, we would have covered it pretty in depth. So check out that video if you're not familiar with this game. Hopefully this video helped you to decide whether this is an expansion you want to add to your collection. Thank you for watching. Please give this video a like. Feel free to leave any comments. Thanks again, and we look forward to seeing you next time.